Hey everybody, welcome back to Keto in the Kitchen with Pat. What do you do when you have a snack attack? I know I sure have them. I'm just as guilty as anybody. And with keto, we just need to know what can we do when we have a snack attack that's not going to be too bad and throw us out of keto totally. And there are some really good tools we can have in our arsenal. And so I'm having a snack attack at this very moment, and I just thought I'd come on here and share with you what I'm going to do. Now, I have to admit, I could be keto better today, but I didn't make keto garlic parmesan flatbread like I should have. And so I have celery sticks I could use with dip, but I feel like lately I had this rash growing on my face after I went grocery shopping. And I'm not sure if it's from, well, it's not from wearing the mask because I've been doing that for, over a year and I've had no reaction. So it's not the mask. The only thing I could think of I've done different, and it might have been from my new blood pressure medicine, so I've stopped that. And the other thing it could have been, trying to eliminate things, is celery. I've been buying celery. I bought 3 stalks of celery last week, and that's what I've been using as my chips instead of chips. So I've stopped eating the celery for a few days to see if it goes away. It's not horrible, but it's very irritating, and I feel it all around in here. And in any event, we've got to try a few things. So today I am having a snack attack at this very moment. And so I thought I'd share with you what I do. So hopefully it'll help you too. But I'm not going to be very good today because I'm going to use a few chips. And when we're doing keto, then we'll have to go back into keto again, starting kind of all over again if we get kicked out. Sometimes we become fat adapted and we can do a little sneakiness here and there, but you don't want to count on that all the time because that's a false impression sometimes. So, but today I need something, and I've been working on my computer and I've been catching up with paperwork and I've been trying to do so many things that sometimes I can't get done as well as I used to. So I'm going to go a little off base, and I'm going to count them, about 10 Dorito chips. But I'm going to put on them some chip dip that I made and some roast beef that I made and some salsa. So it's really delicious, and I just can't eat very many. So that's what we call having control over our appetites. Anyway, follow me into the kitchen. Okay, as a type 2 diabetic, one of the first things I'm going to do is check my blood sugar before I eat anything. And I've gotten permission from my doctor, which I don't understand why everybody who has diabetes doesn't have this permission. You're going to have to ask for it. But in order to get the test strips to be able to check 3 or 4 times a day rather than once or twice a day, which I don't think, in my opinion, is not enough if you're a type 2 diabetic. In any event, I like to check 3 or 4 times a day to know where I'm at, and if I'm eating certain foods, how is that affecting my blood sugar? So I try to pay really close attention to that. So I'm going to read my blood sugar before I have my little snack, and I just thought I'd share the reading with you. Okay, it is 131. Can you see that? 131. With it being 131, I don't want to eat too much, and that's just another good confirmation that when I have a snack attack, I have to be careful with what I choose, and that's the key word, what we choose to eat. So I'm bound and determined to lose that last 20 pounds. Well, it's not the last 20 pounds. To be honest, I think it's always a keto journey. So this is the next 20 pounds that I want to lose. So into the kitchen. All right, everybody. So here is the beginnings of my snack today. I had made a roast beef by just putting a roast beef roast into the crock pot the other day. It was quite large. I had gotten from my sister, who gets grass-fed beef, which is really a bonus. And so it was a really big roast. So I just popped it into the crock pot on high for about 5 hours until it became tender. And I just topped it with, the regular stuff: salt, pepper, a little garlic salt, a little onion powder. And that was about it, to be honest. So it's here, and I did some thin shaved slices, as you can see, very thin and very small slices that I'm going to use. I'm going to put that in the microwave to warm it up, because this just came out of the fridge, and so that's great to have on hand. If you don't have that, you could use chicken or even pepperoni, whatever you like, but that really worked out good for me. The next item I have here is some homemade chip dip. And this homemade chip dip my mother made years and years ago. I love it. It's a favorite. And everybody who has it usually asks for the recipe. And it's very simple. It's just a block of cream cheese softened, mayonnaise to match about the size of the cream cheese block, maybe a little bit more mayo than the cream cheese. And then I add some diced red onion or white onion. You can see the red onion in there. And I add garlic salt to taste, and just a dash, and I mean a dash, not even a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon of ketchup. Now, ketchup has some sugar, but for the amount of mixture, I don't think it's too much. So I'm not too concerned about it. And again, snacking outside of keto just a little bit today. I'd call it, what do they call it? Dirty keto? That's me. I'm Dirty Pat today. And then I did count my chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there's about 8, maybe 10, but no more. I think it's 9 actually that I had counted in there. You can count them and, comment below how many you see. And so I'll heat those up in the microwave for about 30 seconds just to get them a little bit warm. I'm not a cold chip eater. So, yeah, it's very few in this little bowl. And then I'm going to be putting it into a bigger bowl once I have all my ingredients together, so that I can kind of top the chips with the dip and then the salsa. So, and I just have some salsa that I got from Walmart. I get the restaurant style medium, which it's made with vine ripened fresh tomatoes, and it's gluten free. Let's see, let's check the sugar on it. Let's see, can you see it? 2 grams of carbs, 1 gram of sugar. And so I'm not going to worry about that too much either. It's just going to be, I have to be cognizant of how much am I ingesting. So yeah, not too bad. Salsa is pretty carefree, and it says serving size 2 tablespoons for the 1 gram of sugar. And so I think I'll probably have maybe 3 tablespoons, and on the maximum probably 4, but that's if I really go gung-ho on the salsa, which generally I don't. I just take a little on each chip. Okay, so that's what we have to start. So I'm going to pop this into the microwave. I'm going to top it with a paper towel. I use the pick-a-size, and I'm so thrifty that I rip it in half, because why use a whole paper towel if you don't need a whole paper towel? And I don't for that tiny little plate. So I'll top that just to go into the microwave with my chips for 30 seconds. Okay, so I got my keto snack, and wow, it looks really good. Have a look. Can you see it? And I measured it out. Here I just used my big spoon, which I would call a tablespoon. And I put about 1.5 tablespoons of the dip in, and I have the shredded beef, and I have about a full tablespoon, maybe 1.5 tablespoons of the salsa. So the key is really measuring. Measure your stuff. Just tell yourself in your mind, what are you going to be able to have? And so I have that amount. That's my snack. I'm not going to eat any more. I have to be disciplined. No bags at the table. Pre-measured only. And so I'm going to enjoy that thoroughly. And so I will eat, this will be my snack with a Diet Coke. What can I say? Bad habits die hard. And so when I have, I'll put a little dip on top of the chip, a little salsa, and then I'll top it with a piece of the meat. And it's heaven. You know, keto people, we do have something in common. We all do like to eat. So this is a perfect diet for us, right? So that will be my snack, and then I probably won't have much for dinner. Yeah, I'll probably eat dinner about 7 or 7:30 tonight, and that will be some homemade soup that I made yesterday with bone broth and some veggies. So this is it. Keto on. Hope you join me back real soon. And yum yum on the snacking. Mostly guilt-free. If I had made that garlic parmesan flatbread, I wouldn't feel any guilt at all, but I do feel a little guilty. But we dust ourselves off and we get back on the keto bandwagon all the time. Have a good day. Bye.